April 25th is when our Genesis blockchain fair launch begins. Please listen to our blockchain architect, Bryan Ferry, to learn more about the philosophy and design of our Level 1 blockchain.
There are two ways that a blockchain traditionally gets launched. The first way is what's referred to as an ICO, an initial coin offering. And an initial coin offering, for all intents and purposes, has a number of regulatory problems. So the Gnodi blockchain is doing a process called a fair launch. And what a fair launch basically means is we publish a white paper that says this is what we're going to do. And we're giving the population of the planet a fair opportunity to purchase a node and get that node running prior to the Genesis block. That fair launch period is typically a period of time anywhere between 45 and 90 days. And the reason that we do that is because the Gnodi blockchain is completely decentralized, meaning it is governed by the node owners. So in order to have a fair launch, you have to give enough node owners the opportunity to get their nodes running before you do the gen block. Most, and I'm going to say most, but it's 99.9% of blockchain projects that you've seen in the past. You mentioned smart contracts. Smart contracts, of course, run on the Ethereum network. The Ethereum network produces tens of thousands, if not millions, of layer 2 tokens. This is a layer 1 blockchain. It's based upon the fork. As long as we're talking technical, it's based upon the fork of the Cosmos chain. So it does not rely on smart contracts. It's not EVM. It's based on Cosmos. The distribution model of the Gnodi token is something that you have probably never seen, because it's got two layers: proof of stake at the transaction layer, the native token, and proof of impact or proof of engagement. That's a layer 2 protocol that measures the use and the distribution of the Gnodi integrated applications. The first integrated application is a cloud storage AI platform. So the distribution is not pre-minting tokens. That's an ICO. In order to earn the tokens, you have to operate a node. That node is what we call an extensible node. You can run a validator, which is proof of stake, or you can run what we call the Oracle layer, which is the layer that collects user data, broadcasts it on the blockchain, and then the distributor runs based upon those allocations. So it's very different. So you don't want to come into this and look at it and say, is this like Solana, or is this like Ethereum? Yes, in the fact that it uses blockchain. No, because it has a proprietary protocol that runs across the second layer. The Gnodi blockchain is a DAO. It is owned, operated, and governed by the node owners. So it is completely decentralized. The only completely decentralized blockchain that you've ever heard of in your life is Bitcoin. Solana is centralized. XRP is centralized. This is completely decentralized.
And that autonomous is a special word.
Yeah.
It is. It means all of us, man.
Well, and governance, right? Like the node owners decide where this blockchain is going to go in the future. And that's very, very different. If you try to run an Ethereum node, which I love Ethereum, we all love Ethereum, except it's too damn expensive. But if you run an Ethereum node, it's an open framework. Anybody can run a node.
Yeah. So there won't be any interference from the very smart Bryan Ferries of this world. So once it's set, only we can make the changes, the node owners. Yeah.
Bryan has made it Bryan-proof.
Okay.
So you guys, before we started this call, I told Craig to not make me famous. Yeah. This has nothing to do with me. This
Okay.
has to do with a philosophy. And the philosophy is that centralized control of anything, call it banking, call it the oil industry, call it cryptocurrency, call it whatever. Centralized control of anything does not give the power to the people. It gives the power to the people in charge. And the way we designed this project, we're going to bring some absolutely mind-blowing AI technologies backed by blockchain to the market in the next 12 months. Mind-blowing. But here's the thing. Craig, you guys probably got introduced to Craig as he's the CEO. There's no CEO. This is totally decentralized. It's in control of the people.
Yeah, I'm the CEO of Cirrus, but I'm not of Gnodi Blockchain.
Or every day, there's a minting and a distribution of the token.
Yeah.
In the first year, 50% of the supply will go into the market. Now, what we're hoping is that the node owners are going to stake 75% of that. So in the second year, when we cut it in half, we've created a deflationary mechanism. Now, one thing really important to understand, because you guys brought up meme coins, this is a utility token, which means that over the next 5 years, we're going to develop thousands of ways that you can use it and not sell it. Use it, not sell it. So think of the Aussie dollar. What do you guys call it there? Do you call it the dollar?
Yeah, just the dollar, Aussie dollar.
Okay, the Aussie dollar is a utility token, meaning you can use it. You can go to the coffee shop and buy stuff. You can buy clothes. You can pay your bills, right?
Yeah.
Our goal is to create utility like that in a closed ecosystem here. So, for example, and I'm going to let a small cat out of the bag, and it's probably going to piss Craig off, but we're developing an AI health and wellness app that is going to blow your freaking minds. And the only way you can use it is with the token. Basic economics is supply and demand, right? If you got high supply and high demand, you got a good economy. If you got low supply and low demand, you got a shit economy, right?
Yep.
So John Nash was a schizophrenic, paranoid, brilliant mathematician. And he was attending Princeton University back in the 40s. So we're talking about like World War II, right? And the military wanted to hire all these brilliant guys so they can come up with better ways to kill people. And he didn't want to do that. He wanted to come up with something that would change humanity. Well, Adam Smith, who is the father of modern economics, he's the father of capitalism. Adam Smith argued that capitalism is a zero-sum game. In order for everyone on this call to win, somebody has to lose.
Yeah.
And what John Nash proved mathematically with his equilibrium was that that is false. And the falsehood is, if we can create an economic model where we all win, then it's better than if somebody has to lose. And that is the Gnodi blockchain.
No, wow.
The Gnodi
Wow, can I quote
blockchain,
that?
the Gnodi blockchain is designed to make it so everyone who participates is elevated in the economic circle.
That is
And by the way, John Nash, the actual John Nash, won the Nobel Prize for that equilibrium 40 years after he wrote it. And do you know where it's been used the most? Take a wild guess where his Nobel Prize winning equilibrium has been used the most.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, yeah.
No. Video games.
Oh, wow.
And do you know why?
No.
Because it works in video games, because it's called game theory. How do we gamify life and reward people for their actions? That's what the Gnodi blockchain does. But it's not been used in, things like diplomacy and ending human hunger and war and all the things, right? That's what we're going to use it for.